We're here at the Windmill Market with Alescia Forland, who handles all of the produce that we sell here and works with all our local farmers. And she's going to answer some questions for us about eating local and working with local farmers. Why is it important to eat local, or how is this produce different than what you get at the grocery store?
Well, first of all, it supports the local farmers in Volatility or dying breed. It's fresher. It's not something that's been picked, shipped to a warehouse, and reshipped to another shipping location, and then to the store, and then onto the shelves. We make some produce, 1 to 3 weeks old at least. By the local farmers, they pick it, it's cleaned up, and it's sent right to the Windmillmarket or right to wherever that they're selling at that time. There's a lot of local produce stores.
Explain to us what waxing is.
Waxing is a petroleum base that they put on fruits and vegetables to keep them fresh, keep the moisture in them, and keep the bugs out. Local farmers do not do that. Because that is because they're able to get the product right to you. It's not shipped like so many different times. They also don't have to pick their stuff premature and let it either be gas or sit for days to be ripened. Like tomatoes, many of them in the grocery stores are picked. Green, they're stored until they need them, then they put them in the chambers and they just gas them, and then it turns the color to the red, but no flavor or taste.
So it's like they're artificially ripened.
Yes. Same process in which you have to do a lot of things like that.
So I would imagine that if they're not left to ripen on the vine, if they're ripened with gases in a factory, that they're not going to taste as good, they're not going to have the same nutrients.
They have no flavor. Now, even if the farmer picks this tomato not as ripe, his sits on a shelf and naturally ripens, it's not partially ripe, it's still going to have a good flavor. The ones that are picked, like I said, they'll pick them totally green, or if they have bad weather comes, they'll strip the vines, or if they're ready to get rid of that field, they just pick them, they're stored until they have an order for them. And then they gas them, they turn the color red as they're being shipped to the store, so it's time they get there, they're red. And that's why most of the time in the grocery store, the tomatoes have no flavor.
All right, and then tell us about eating organic versus eating local, and people always want to know why there isn't more organic that's grown in Alabama.
True organic takes a lot of work and effort for the farmers to be certified by the local government. South Baldwin County here, the humidity is really something that does really a lot of trouble for fruits and vegetables. It's really hard not to use any fungicides. Over the years, they've come up with a lot of new ways of doing things, and they don't have to spray as much. But to have true organic in the South takes a lot of work, and a lot of the farmers do not have the time or the effort to put into that to get this. And for the money that they get back, it's not enough per acre to make it a sustainable operation.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of those cutting back on as much sprays and chemicals as they can to get it as close to organic. They still, like I said, have to use fungicide or a pesticide. They try to stay away from that as much as possible.
And I've seen a lot of produce come from your farms that are basically essentially organic. They're just not certified because the farmers don't have the time and the money to go through all the red tape and the paperwork.
They don't spray them. They try to use as much organic fertilizer as possible and get as close as possible because, their families eat the produce too. They don't want to just missing all the things and stuff too. So the vegetables especially are trying harder and harder just to plant at different times. They plant a week or two later in the fall. That helps with the bugs. In the springtime or a little bit earlier just because the weather is good. There's, like I said, there's other flowers that they can plant that help. Other spray, more and more things coming out that are designed. It's not as expensive as it used to be for them to spray on their produce. And a lot of they're trying to get away from a lot of the harsher chemicals that you have to spray on there and you can't use it. crop for so many days.
And we're going into the fall and the winter. What kinds of things do farmers have in the ground right now that we're going to be looking forward to soon?
They've got turnips, collards, mustards, Siberian kale. There is a lot of farmers that have squash and zucchini that they're picking, or going to be picking soon. We have some zucchini that's about that big. Just depends on how they let it. Cucumbers. There's the fall peas out there that are being picked. They're harvesting sweet potatoes and peanuts right now. Satsumas, our local satsumas, we're starting to pick just a few at a time. Pecans are almost ready. We have some beets, some Swiss chard, and some a different kind of squash. It's the black little squash. I'm not totally sure the name exactly.
And
rutabagas. I know they're doing rutabagas. Cabbages. What else?
Spinach and arugula.
Oh, yeah, spinach. They're just now starting. Probably this week and next week they'll start planting spinach. They went away a little bit longer because of the weather. To get it just a little bit cooler. And there's cauliflower and broccoli should be ready in probably about 30 days. We have some planting.
And then going back to the organics, talk a little bit about people's expectations of what organic produce is supposed to look like versus what it actually does look like. And
a lot of times when I go to the grocery store, everything that they've got there has been picked through more than one time. It's been polished. It's been graded really hard. The local farmer, especially if it's organic, it's not going to be as pretty, especially in our area, as something you can go by Publix. But it's going to be a lot healthier for you. It's going to have good flavor. Skin might not be as pretty. It might have some blemishes. And that's just because without putting everything on it that they normally put on it, it's not going to have that perfect texture, that perfect color, or no blemishes. But like I said, and it's not, they don't grade it as hard. It's something they would eat. They know it's good, and they're going to have a big put in the bottom, so they're not going to have anything done.
yeah. And so we've all been reading about organics and eating healthy and eating local in magazines and seeing the beautiful imagery, but that's not always what the reality is. Local produce is funky, it's big and small, and it has marks, and the rain affects the way it looks, and that's okay, that's part of it.
Everybody knows this lives in the Baldwin County higher weather can change from day to day. It'll be cold one day, hot the next day, stormy, no rain. So the farmers have a lot of elements they have to meet. And then they have a lot of community. Another reason they try to do as least spraying as possible and stuff is because the farmers have strong in the communities that are around them, and they have to limit what they can do because of people that's nearby and because of livestock. So catfish ponds and all that kind of stuff. They can have drifts going into
Yeah.
hills and trees and stuff.
Yeah.
So they have to be a lot more careful about what they spray and how they spray it.
Yeah. Well, we're excited about all the produce. I'm going to show everybody the beautiful selection of stuff that we have at the Windmill Market on a daily basis in the cooler. Beautiful organic carrots, squash, zucchini, kale, avocados, cabbage. Lots of stuff worth coming down here for.